On a quiet afternoon, a curious little kitten padded down to the creek. The water gurgled softly over the rocks, but what caught his attention was a leaf trapped in a tiny whirlpool. Round and round it spun, forever circling, never breaking free. The kitten crouched low, eyes fixed. His tail twitched as he reached out one paw. He wanted to free the leaf, or maybe just bat at it for fun. But the moment his paw touched the swirling water, something strange happened. The whirlpool widened, glowing with a silvery light. Before the kitten could leap back, it sucked him in with a mighty whoosh. He spun through rushing water filled with sparkling lights, faster and faster, until suddenly, splash! He landed in a pond unlike any he had ever seen. The sky above was lavender, the grass shimmered like emerald glass, and the trees had silver bark that glowed softly in the light. Huge butterflies, their wings patterned with starlight, drifted lazily through the air. The kitten's whiskers quivered in awe. "Lost, are you?" came a croaky voice. The kitten turned to see a plump frog wearing what looked suspiciously like a crown made of lily petals. "I am Sir Croakston, guardian of the Whirlpool Gate," the frog announced proudly. "You've tumbled into Everturn, the land of whirlpools. But beware, something is wrong here. The Crow King has stolen one of the Great Whirlpools. Without it, no traveler can return home." The kitten's ears perked. He didn't quite understand, but he did understand home. He wanted to get back, and so, when Sir Croakston asked if he'd help, the kitten mewed a determined yes. Their journey was long and strange. First, they passed through a glowing mushroom forest. The air was so light that when the kitten leapt, he floated gently down like a feather. He giggled, as much as a kitten can giggle, and batted at the glowing spores drifting through the air. Next, they crossed a bridge guarded by 3 raccoons, who tried to sell the kitten magic stones. The kitten swatted at one, knocking it into the water, and the paint washed off. It was only an ordinary pebble. The raccoons squeaked and scampered away, leaving the bridge unguarded. Later, they met a sly red fox, who blocked their path. "Turn back," the fox warned, "or you'll never escape the Crow King's claws." The kitten didn't listen. Instead, he pounced at the fox's long, bushy tail, batting and biting until the fox spun in dizzy circles. At last, the fox ran off in a huff. Finally, they reached the Crow King's castle, a looming fortress built of black feathers and shiny stolen trinkets. The king himself perched on a high branch, his eyes gleaming like coals. In his talons, he clutched a glass orb, swirling inside with water, a captured whirlpool. The kitten's heart pounded, but he remembered what Sir Croakston had said. Bravery always finds its way home. With a sudden leap, the kitten pounced at the orb. His tiny paws knocked it free from the crow's grip. It hit the ground, shattering in a burst of rushing water. The freed whirlpool roared to life, swirling open like a glowing portal. "Quickly!" croaked Sir Croakston. The kitten leapt into the whirlpool. Water spun around him once more, faster and faster, until plop, he landed back on the grassy bank of the creek. The whirlpool in the stream was still spinning as though nothing had happened. The leaf was still caught in its endless circle, but the kitten knew better. When he shook out his fur, a single silver butterfly clung to his whiskers, proof that his adventure in Everturn had been real. And from that day on, whenever he looked at a whirlpool, his eyes shone with wonder because he knew it was not just water spinning, but a doorway waiting to open again.